Nearly 2,500 homeless people have been arrested under a 200-year-old law in the past 5 years. We're going to read into this more from the Independent, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from the Independent with the headline of nearly 2,500 homeless people have been arrested under a 200-year-old law in the past 5 years. Merseyside Police makes the most arrests under Georgian era law, followed by West Midlands Police and Devon and Cornwall. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. There were already obviously lots of talk not too a while ago about them wanting to criminalise homelessness. What we didn't know was that homelessness were already being criminalised by a 200-year-old law. And when I saw this, my heart sank, because we have so many more people on the streets than before over the last 14 years of austerity, the damage done by the Conservatives. And I know we've said this time and time again, but how much it costs to live in your home, how little pay you get from your job, how expensive it is to buy food, how safe that your streets are, how difficult your children's education is. All these things are adding up. I'm sorry, I forgot. An NHS that's not there for you right now because they're overcrowded as well. Your healthcare as well. All these things stack up, and when you're somebody who is struggling and you're out on the street and it's not a lifestyle choice, you're there not because you didn't try or you weren't successful in life, that you're there because the system made it impossible for you to be successful, or the circumstances put against you by policies and actions made by politicians over the last 14 years have put you in a homeless position. And you find yourself arrested with a criminal record because you have nowhere else to go. What does this achieve? And why? Why is there a 200-year-old law that makes this acceptable? Why has this not been dealt with? And I'm sorry, I'm not just gonna throw shade on the Conservatives here. Labour, where the hell have you been with this law as well? Like, you guys have been just as much in government over the last 200 years as the Conservatives have. Where the hell have you been with regards to this insane law? So, I'm sorry, like, both y'all parties need to take responsibility here. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, if you want to help homeless people, the best way to do it is to get them off the streets. Yeah, you don't do it by arresting them, issuing fines, putting records on them. That's not the way you do it. You need to help these people, get them back on their feet, help them find homes, help them secure them jobs. This is not the way to do it. This is disgusting and inhumane, and it sickens me. It absolutely sickens me that we've had this 200-year-old law and 2,500 homeless people already been arrested. It's not right, people. It's not. No one chose to be homeless. No one did. Now, you can argue that maybe some people made mistakes that led them to being homeless, and that's entirely possible, and you can make that case. But no one chooses to be homeless. No one chooses to be on that street. All those people who have absolutely nothing, they want to be someone. They want to be something. And they have nothing. And how do we treat these people who have absolutely nothing? We treat them by arresting them from a 200-year-old law. Nearly 2,500 homeless people in England and Wales have been arrested in the past 5 years under a 200-year-old Vagrancy Act, new figures have revealed. There have been a total of 2,412 people arrested under the Act created in 1824, which was originally introduced to combat the increasing number of rough sleepers following the Napoleonic Wars. The law criminalises rough sleeping and gives police the powers to arrest and prosecute any homeless person found begging in public. Merseyside Police made the most arrests under the Georgian era law, arresting 866 people, followed by West Midlands Police with 307, and Devon and Cornwall with 135. Campaigners have urged the government to repeal the Vagrancy Act and amend the Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Bill. In April 2022, the government announced that they will repeal it, but have yet to do so, stating it will not come into force until they introduce appropriate replacement legislation. This is basically them saying, no, we're not going to do anything about it. That's basically what they're saying. I can't highlight it for some reason with my cursor. This is them basically saying, nah, we're going to leave it. It comes as Rishi Sunak faces a Tory revolt over plans to criminalise homelessness as part of a criminal justice bill. They're already being criminalised with this act. The plans as they stand will grant police the powers to fine nuisance rough sleepers, a definition that includes excessive noise and smells. It would also make it a criminal offence to sleep rough where someone is causing or could potentially cause damage, distress, or a safety risk. Failure to comply with a nuisance rough sleeping prevention notice carries a punishment of up to 1 month in prison. What prisons? We don't have any space. The figures revealed through a Freedom of Information request from the Liberal Democrats found that since the government announced that it repealed the act, a further 469 homeless people have been arrested. We're throwing homeless people in prisons, guys. Way to go. We're getting homeless off the streets and giving them criminal records. The number of people estimated to be rough sleeping on a single night was 3,898 in 2023, an increase of 27% from 2022 according to the official government statistics. 27%, an increase. 27%. That's insane. Liberal Democrat MP for Oxford West and Algernon, Lena Morgan, who spearheaded the cross-party campaign to scrap the Vagrancy Act, said, "It is shocking that police continue to have the powers to arrest rough sleepers due to the government's delay in replacing the Vagrancy Act and to use those powers to such great effect. No one should be criminalised for rough sleeping, especially by a piece of legislation passed in the Georgian eras. The criminal justice bill is just the Vagrancy Act 2024. Experts across the sector have long advocated for a compassionate approach to homelessness, but instead this government is intent on treating rough sleepers with cruelty and criminalisation." A government spokesperson has said, "We are determined to end rough sleeping for good, and we have a plan to tackle the root cause of why people end up on the street, backed by an unprecedented £2.4 billion. Well then, if you want to help, you want to end rough sleeping, yet your way of doing it is to criminalise them, to punish them at no fault of their own here. Punish them yet when they have absolutely nothing. It's just, they literally have no care whatsoever for people on the streets. No care for people. Anyone could be in that situation. Anyone. We are repealing the outdated Vagrancy Act and replacing it with a new legislation focused on supporting people to getting people off the streets." Oh, we're supporting people getting them off the streets by throwing them in prison. Yeah, because that's one way of supporting people. While local authorities and the police to address behaviours that can make the public feel unsafe, such as begging at cash points. Seriously, what is wrong with this government? It's just so cruel, bloody inhumane. And why is this law still here? I'm sorry, where the hell has Labour been, when they were in power? Why did they not look at this at all? Did they even look at this? Can someone let me know in the comments? Did Labour in any time when they were in power ever look at this law and think, maybe we should get rid of this? Did anyone think about that? No, they thought, no, it makes sense. No, we can't have homelessness everywhere. And I get, look, I can understand the point of the nuisance sort of thing that some people might have when it comes to homelessness. I get that. But, you know, chastising and criminalising and arresting them. We should be helping these people. Where is the humanity here? This is the thing that really infuriates me, guys. Where is the humanity? There's no humanity here. I'm sorry, I just don't understand how we can treat people like this. I'm glad that Lib Dems are saying about this, but there needs to be a clear, firm action of how to help, not just to get people homelessness off the streets, but to ensure that when they are off the streets, that they stay off the streets, that they're on their own 2 feet, that they're able to afford a home, be able to afford to eat, to be able to have a decent job. But we have a government that is sitting on its backside, not doing anywhere near enough, allowing people to suffer in this cost of living crisis, allowing millionaires and billionaires to keep getting richer, allowing companies, private companies and equities to continue making lots and lots of money at the expense of trade unions and workers. And there's no accountability whatsoever in all of this. Oh yeah, what will punish the homeless people? Oh, there's a 200-year-old law. Oh, let's make sure we remind the police of this. There's a law, you can still punish the homelessness. I'm glad the Independent brought this story up, because I was not aware that homeless people could still get arrested from a 200-year-old law. So what do you guys think? What do you guys make of this law? Were you aware of this 200-year-old law? Does this apply only in England? Does this apply in Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland? Let me know your comments down below if this 200-year-old law applies there. Why is this still a law? Why are we still allowing homelessness to be a criminalisation? Why are we treating people like this? What do you think should be done? What should be done? What should the government should be doing? And do the police have any and all justification for doing this? Let me know your thoughts and more about all this in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video. And subscribe, because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further and financially support me in the work I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content there as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.